everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel for that matter if you are brand new here. And if you are brand new, please consider hitting that red subscribe button down below so I can see you again next time, as today we're talking about a brand new movie just released today here in the UK, and I believe in America it comes out on April 8th, and that is Sonic the Hedgehog 2. So I've seen the first Sonic movie. I saw it back in cinemas when it first originally came out. I've not revisited since, but I do remember that I had a good time with that movie and I really enjoyed it. And I thought that was a pretty cool video game adaptation. And now we've got the second movie, and once again it's directed by Jeff Fowler, who did the first movie and has also done Where the Wild Things Are in the past. So the cast of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 include Ben Schwartz, who voices Sonic. We've got Colleen O'Shaughnessy, who voices Tails. Idris Elba voices Knuckles. And in our human cast, we've got Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik, who returns once again, James Marsden and Tika Sumpter, if I've pronounced that correctly, and they return as Tom and Maddie Wachowski. Adam Pally as Wade. And what is the plot of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 all around this time? Well, it's all around when Dr. Robotnik returns with a new partner, Knuckles. It's up to Sonic and Tails to go on a globe-trotting journey to find the mystical emerald before it falls into the wrong hands. Well, let's get straight to my positives, because I actually had a very fun time with this movie. I found it very enjoyable. I found it in some regards definitely better than the first movie as well, and I think the introduction of Tails and Knuckles, who is voiced by Idris Elba and Colleen O'Shaughnessy, and Ben Schwartz of course back as Sonic, they did a fantastic job. The voice acting in this movie is really cool, and I think each voice actor and actress really suit their roles and kind of bring that energy to this movie that the first did, because of course Sonic is a very fast character as it is, so he brings enough energy as it is with the animation. And yeah, definitely the animation in this movie is definitely upped quite a notch in this outing, because there's times when the animation is utterly fantastic to look at. The CG work, especially in these kind of crazy environments, is really well done. This is definitely one of those kind of bigger and bolder sequels, and I think at parts this certainly knocks it out of the park. And for me, I personally preferred this one over the first outing. Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik is awesome. He really has this chance to shine and kind of go more bombastic with his performance than he did in the first movie, and I think he kind of like chews it up every single scene that he's in, and he knows that he's in for this kind of silly, goofy movie, and he plays that to a T. I really enjoyed his performance, and I think casting him as Dr. Robotnik was a perfect casting choice in my opinion. I've also got to say that I enjoyed Tika Sumpter and James Marsden's performance as our human characters, kind of like the mum and dad figure as such to Sonic. They're likeable characters and I can kind of root for them and get behind them, and especially as they just want the best for Sonic, they always want to help him as well. So I really appreciate that kind of family dynamic that they're having with him in the first movie, and they also help build towards that more in this outing. And yeah, there's definitely some surprises in here, and what I will say is if you've ever played any of the Sonic video games, and I've played a couple but not all of them, I will be honest, you are going to love some of the references that they have in this movie, because they also have a post-credit scene after kind of like the initial credits, which you are going to go nuts for, especially if you are a video game fan, as this is definitely going to change the dynamic if they make a third movie, which I think they've announced anyway. It's such an awesome post-credit scene, not like Morbius. But yeah, I just felt like this was a really fun adventure, and when the CG is happening in these battles, because this movie, it might have a little bit of dialogue and then it's straight into an action scene, and then it might go back to a little bit of dialogue and then straight into another action scene. There's always something going on, which is fantastic because it helps the pacing along all the time, and the pacing is done really well. And I felt with the battle scenes that the CG was perfectly executed, where even the fastest moments, you can still make out the characters, you can still make out these fights, and you care about the fight, and the emotion is certainly all there. If I had to pick any kind of negatives with this one, I would say that with our human character, Wade, our sheriff, in the first movie, he has some comedic moments with Sonic, and they are very funny. However, in this movie, he's relegated to a bit of a lesser role, along with Dr. Robotnik's sidekick, and I forgot the name, I do apologise. And I just felt like those two arcs weren't really needed. If we kind of got rid of those two, or at least had Wade played a bit more of a pivotal role, kind of following James Marsden's character like later on in the movie, I felt like it would have worked far better. But some of the human element I wasn't really a fan of, and I felt like they maybe could have chopped kind of 5-10 minutes, like not having those in and just giving us more of the Sonic action that we came to see. And don't get me wrong, we get plenty of it for sure. I think if they chopped that kind of bit out, it would have worked better. And there was one or two tiny scenes I noticed where you could tell it was just a pure green screen in the background. But not to say it was a bad thing, and it didn't take me out of it whatsoever. But it was a little bit noticeable, and I do have to kind of just mention it just to kind of give that heads up. But overall, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, awesome movie. I had a great time with it. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're going to do with the future of this franchise. And I know the first was successful, and I really hope this second one is as well. So my overall score for Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is... So if you've seen the movie yourself, or you're planning to see it also, leave any and all thoughts down below in the comment section. And whilst you're there, as I say, the red subscribe button is right next to it. Press that red subscribe button so you can see every single time I post a new video with the notification bell. And thank you for tuning in to this video. Please give it a big thumbs up also. And until the next time that I see you, I'll be seeing you later.